Ooh, a little late on this one, man. I had some things to do. But nevertheless, Prince Sports here coming at you with another one with that sports stimulus package. And you know what? I thought the Denver Nuggets didn't have enough talent to win. They're overshadowed. This is just a blowout. No, it's not, stupid. You're just making excuses for the Denver Nuggets. Every single game in this series came down to the wire, and it came down to what I was kept saying, closing the game. Whoever closes the game was going to win the game. So that means these two teams are pretty much neck and neck. You want to know why? Because one team has a superstar with role players, and the other team has a so-called superstar with role players. Okay, even though I think he's an all-star, but let's just label him a superstar anyway, because he's about to win back-to-back MVPs, so we got to label him as a superstar. You can't win back-to-back MVPs and be considered an all-star. You know, it's just the reality of the situation. Even though he's not this year's MVP, and I already state the reasons why. You shouldn't give a guy on a 6th, 7th, or 8th seed MVP at all. You should automatically be disqualified from me. But anyway, that's another story for another day. The Joker's cronies versus Steph Curry's cronies. Guess who closed out? The Nuggets was able to close out the game. Now, Steph Curry did show up in the fourth. He hit that big dagger three. All right, so he did make his presence known in the fourth, but it comes down to close out possession after close out possession. And the Nuggets had more close out possessions. Now, you may say, what's one game? They're still going to lose the series. A gentleman's sweep. Well, put it this way. If you win one game, you say, hey, we got one game where we should have won more games. So we're still in this series, guys. Maybe we could go back and win another game. So if you win another game, then you got two. All right? Then if you win two games, what's to stop you from winning 3, 4? You know, you got to be somewhat confident in yourself that you could pull out more and more wins, because that's what basketball is all about. Nobody who's playing basketball wants to get swept, okay? I don't know what country you from, what planet you from. Nobody wants to get swept, okay? It's the most embarrassing thing in basketball, especially when you had opportunities to win all 4 games. It was close. Why would you want to get swept? Okay, you want to try your best to make a series out of it. Now, I know the Warriors are more likely favorites to win this series, which they should be, all right? But that doesn't necessarily mean that when you watch these games that the Warriors are blowing the Nuggets out, because they're not, right? So the Joker finally gets a W after he should have got a W 1 to 3 games. But you already know what the X factor was. It was Draymond Green, you know? And this time, that didn't stop the Joker, you know? This time, he showed up. He had that big layup in the fourth quarter, you know, off that pass. He planted his position. That's what basketball is all about, making adjustments. It's like playing chess, all right? So don't tell me that the Nuggets don't get no help and the Joker has no business winning. Bullshit, okay? They got more than enough talent to make this a series, more than enough talent to push this thing further. But it may be a little too late because they're down 3 games to 1. It's going to be hard to make that comeback, but it is realistic. It can happen. It has happened before. We just have to wait and see, because all these games are going to be close. They're not blowing each other out. So whoever comes due in the fourth quarter to give us $1 is going to win this series. Not 75 cents, not 50 cents, not 25 cents. Well, if you give me 25 cents worth of performance, you're going to get blown out. But whoever gives 4 quarters worth of playing level is going to win the game. Principles out. Peace.